The organization that our team has the privilege of consulting with is TheFirstTee. Since 1997, TheFirstTee has brought an affordable junior golf program to communities that might not be able to afford it otherwise. TheFirstTee realized that when you integrate the rules of the game with important lessons in leadership and integrity, children aren't just learning to golf, they're developing life skills. Over the past 20 years, this national organization has reached millions of kids and teens, changing the way we see golf as well as the participants' lives on and off the course. TheFirstTee manages youth programs on golf courses, in schools, and within the community. The accessibility of TheFirstTee allows a lot of children to play at a low cost, something that encourages participation as well as development of a lifelong love of the game.
With so much support, background, and experience, TheFirstTee does not have many current challenges. However, the main one we noted and confronted with the organization was simply participation and especially desire for a more sports diverse background in its members. They are willing and able to accept more participants and struggle getting the word out in communities other than their own. With such a specific sport as golf, they attract a lot of already golf-centered families and would like to round out the program with students from other sports backgrounds and, of course, also those who are not from sports-centered families. While of course having tried many outlets to gaining these new members, they are also open to other solutions.
This issue relates to access because children with disabilities or children who have parents who have disabilities might have trouble driving a car or getting to and from other sorts of transportation like a bus. And kids that come from low-income families might not even be able to afford a car. They might not be able to afford any other sort of transportation to get them to and from the first tee. This issue also relates to inclusion because the first tee could do a whole lot better of including females in their promoting, and I think that the more they promote females and camps for females specifically, they will get a lot more girls involved in the first tee.
Because the First Tee struggles with reaching out to new members and participants, we propose that the First Tee should use social media platforms to reach new members. In addition, because the First Tee struggles with having children remain in their programs for a long period of time, we would like to introduce a leadership position. This position could be a social media chair who advertises all the fun events that the First Tee is involved in. Not only would this provide excellent resume material for all children that are in the program, but would also be able to teach them great qualities for future careers, not only involving the sport of golf. This will keep them actively engaged in the program and allow them to inspire younger children to remain in the program throughout their young childhood development to adult lives. We also propose the First Tee get involved with more elementary schools at a grassroots level. We particularly want them to focus on low-income school districts in which families need to find an extracurricular activity that is healthy and safe for their children to get involved in. This would also reduce the rich white stereotype that often accompanies the sport of golf and show parents that their children being involved in the sport will provide them valuable life qualities. Overall, the most productive changes we feel that the First Tee should participate in is increasing their social media involvement, developing a leadership position for students to get involved in, and to also reach elementary schools at a more grassroots level.
Our solutions will be achieved by building relationships with different communities and reaching out to them so then we can reach students and children that are unaware of our organization and what we do and how we can benefit them. This will also allow children that are don't really know about golf or don't really play it to be able to learn more about it. And in building these relationships and connections with these different families and communities, we're able to reach the schools and talk to more students about our organization and have them be more aware of who we are and what we do. When we are at the schools, we hope to host events such as family night, where families and children come to the school and learn more about golf and how to play it and what our organization does and how we can benefit them and get them more involved with sports. Through hosting these events, we also want to make our social media more advanced and have people more aware by reaching the young students at the school through social media, and so that they become more aware of our organization, the First Tee.